everyone. This is Leslie Powers with Derek Bartolocelli and our special guest, Steve Mager. We are here with Dissolving the Divide. Today, we have an exciting discussion around a very current and divisive world event, the warring between Israel and Palestine. So, yeah, Derek, share a little bit about how you found Steve.
Yeah, just actually through our good friend Rodney. You know, you did a good chat. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes,
I
yes,
believe, and yeah,
yes,
you got some good works in English and Hebrew, which is great. You know, we need more bilingual folks. You know, getting the message out in any kind of
exactly,
language, and that kind of is a reminder for me
exactly.
to step my French game up. Mais oui, les amis. How you doing? We got a mage in the place, Stephen Maggi.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for having me on the show. Really, I am
Definitely.
excited to be here, and I want to share my experience as what I see here. And as you say, it's important for us to speak the common language because we have different types of communication languages around the world. That also can confuse us, and it's also important, yeah, to share this
Yeah.
knowledge in all the world, in all the languages, in all the styles we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I noticed in the truth speaking realm, it seems to be a little bit too Americentric. And, you know, just in general, in America, it seems like, you know, it's a very hot topic of polarizing proportions regarding, you know, Israel, Palestine, and we got both people on both sides. You got the pro Palestine folks, you got, you know, pro Israel, you got, you know, the same old, you know, anti Semitic sentiments or victim cards being, you know, thrown around and all this stuff. And, you know, just being on the outside looking in, it's just, yeah, it's just a clusterfuck of consciousness and confusion, it seems. And we're really happy to have you on because you're in Israel right now. You lived there your whole
Yes.
life, and I believe you've had some military experience, just like
Yeah.
everyone that grows
Yeah.
up in Israel. They're, you know, it's
Exactly.
mandatory, unfortunately. But
Yes,
yeah,
it's mandatory. It is coercive. Unfortunately, I cross these indoctrinations, and you see, it's important to me to say that I'm not seen as a pro-Israel or pro-Palestine. I'm pro-life, and everyone deserves to live and realize his potential and his rights. And unfortunately, before that, I didn't understand that, and I go to the way that everyone goes in the narratives. And but inside me, I know that that something is wrong here. You know, something tells me something wrong, and it's not the way. But I push the way, but still not go there. Something not go properly in my way. So everything, all the events, all the choices that I chose before is bring me to that level I'm now, a level of understanding that today, you know, before that I was so lack of understanding. It was didn't understand how I get to the system of this coercive system, and I saw how it's from within that and how they divide and conquer through religious indoctrinations, through mind control techniques, through divide and conquer by the religions, you know, by the Abrahamic construct. That also because of that I explain about our origins. Because of that I see it as a solution to understand our human origins, that we are all the same. All these cultural structures is Judaism, Christianity, Islam is all inversions, is all rooted in paganism. Because of that, I explain about paganism in my work. All this came from the roots, from our roots. Okay, um, and you see here the extremes. You see here especially the extremes because it's very strategic point for them in the map, you know. And I see a lot of people attached to this idea of the Holy Land, or this concept of strong material external attachment like this, and what is lead, for what is lead. And even the people claim that they're spiritual, they are actually pseudo spiritual. It's not real spirituality. They claim to believe in God or creator of the universe, but they do the opposite Okay, the will of God is not to kill innocent people and kids and bloodsheds for that land. And if it's the God land as they claim that, but, how could we allow such a slaughter and baby killing? If it's so important that land as they claim. And they bring this biblical concept of the promised land. This is about finding the real. I see the promised land is your ignition to your higher force, is your core intelligence, to your connection to your higher force. I see also in the tarot the hermit is someone who's seeking the Holy Land within him. In the desert, in the dry desert, is seeking the promised land. But they externalize that. They externalize the God. We disconnected from Godhood and our God consciousness and connection to the source energy that the religion is trying to externalize that, and they manipulate the cause and the principle of correspondence, the second hermetic principle. I see it like this. And you see this division. This my God, your God is something, some external entity that they believe, you know. And this is all the problem. I think this is a big issue with the religions, even though you can find good stuff in the religion, good concepts, good allegories, but it's important to not identify it with yourself with these kind of attachments and belief systems. So this is my point of view about that.
Yeah,
About
thank you. Really good summary, I think. And now we can dive deeper, I think, into aspects of what you just shared. I think there's a lot there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this real key point of the religious indoctrination being basically the source of storytelling that is manipulating, people's, I guess, a belief system, right? Where is the most dangerous point in those beliefs? You think that is like the crossroads between a peaceful harmony and a violent, enemy stance? Does
I
that make
don't.
sense?
No, I don't understand the question exactly. Can
Yeah.
you?
It's like, if you maybe share a little bit about what it's like to grow up, let's say, the indoctrination that the average people are receiving through religion. Yeah.
Yes.
And how that has created this situation.
Um, for me, it was, I grew up in a Jew family, a typical Jew family that they live outside of Israel. Most of this country is built by people outsiders. I see the religion, the Judaism, the Christianity, and Islam. I see it as a cultural structure, not more than this. It's even not. It's all based on root tribal connections before civilizations, but they put this against that we fight against each other. They create this division by purpose to create this astrotheological ideas to worship externally in the skies, that sun, moon, and the stars and all that stuff, that they create this division between us and between the creator, that it's all within us. So as I see it, Judaism and Islam and Christianity is just, I see it as a cultures that they implant forward in history, you know and this what create all the problem. Because if you see also the Jews, they have Jews from they have Jews Sephardi, okay, have Sephardi, have Ashkenaz, have Jews from Judea, from the Middle East, okay. They have from Khazaria Jews, this is the Ashkenazi, I think, and also the travelers, the Sephardi. But it's the same Semites like the Arabs and Canaanites. So this all came from Canaan before that. Okay, it's all mixture of all the stuff. And all I see that the root races of human race is four. Okay, is the white, the black, the yellow, and the red. Okay, all the rest is just mixture and between them, and all these mythological uh, stories and legends that speak about our ancestors. This what all the source. This what need to focus on. This what need to explain to people. We all came from the same source. We all have the same rights, whatever you're Jew, Arab, or whatever you identified with what religion you are identified with, what culture you are identified with. Okay, whatever, but we are the same. It's not mean this child does not deserve to live and express his potential like your child. Okay, and this what I see here is abuse and eugenics they do on Palestine people. Again, I'm not pro-Palestine. I'm not pro-Israel. I just say the reality, how it is. You know, I see they completely devastate them, completely. 60, 70 years. It's not from now. And recently, I make some investigation, some research before the interview. Very, I see some book that I recommend to see that calls "Cutting the Fuse." He explained in this book about the causes of the suicidal attacks. He explained that it's not really because of the religion of Islam, like they say. It's because of the political organizations that push these people and military occupations that they create, and this kind of push people to do it through political agendas. Um, Again, I not justify that, of course, but I say this is a really interesting thing to see, and. This is what I said. When you devastate the people, they get angry. You take from them all the resources, and it's very easy to control them. But the Israel side also not understand that are also enslaved to the same system. They don't care about these people. They send their kids, the soldiers, the kids of them, they send to sacrifice in the field, like a ritual, sacrifice ritual. You know. This is what I see. The people just send their kids to the sacrifice, to their
Yeah.
sacrifice.
On both sides.
Yes, and both sides. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely you see one side more strong than the other, but still, also the Palestinian people they are indoctrinated. Important to say that. The Arab, the Palestinians or whatever, they also have their indoctrination. Okay,
Yeah.
they also have hatred against people who no have connection with that. Example.
Yeah.
They hate all the Jew people, all the Arab people, but they claim all the people they are bad or they deserve to die. Because of this, or because of that, they create some false flag operation that they create consistently here. Psyops, false flag, terror attacks, false terror attacks to implant fear and trauma in people, and psychic attacks like sirenas and all that stuff. We speak with Romney about that. And yeah, this is what's going on here about that.
Yeah, and when I was visiting there, 2016, 17, it was really interesting. It's a really beautiful country, and culture. It was hard for me to understand or wrap my head around, but all that aside, yeah, I mean, people are indoctrinated in any kind of country to whatever extent of
Yeah.
that, culture and you know egregore or pendulum, if you will, and yeah, then it gets compounded with whatever religious, indoctrination on top of that. Leslie, you had a question?
Well, I was thinking about, how strongly this region is being targeted, right? This is a huge division that's being fed and fueled, and it has rippling effects across the world. And how do you understand, like, why is this being leveraged like this so strongly? What is the intention of this division ultimately?
This division because they want to control the humanity. Because of that, they need to divide and conquer. They need to create some conflict between the people, to create contradictory beliefs, to divide and conquer, to create dialectics in their belief systems. And yes, I see a lot of people. They are they cannot say something, but they contradict themselves. You know, in some stuff. And I try to speak with some people about the forced reserve. They reserve people by force in the military, even in 40 years old man or woman. They can take him or her. If you not agree, so they can also put you in cage. You know. Also, me, they can do it, whatever. But no, I know I will say no. But if people, they will not say no because they afraid. They have they worry about them. They're afraid from that. They have fear because they have lack of knowledge and have a lot of misunderstandings here, also in the freedom community, not only in the people indoctrinated completely. Also in the freedom community have divisions between the religious division, between that division, and have a lot of misunderstandings about deeper causes and psychology and manipulation of social engineers in this world, in deeper meaning, you know. They think still only the Freemasons in control, only the Zionists in control, but our religion is completely okay. The Judaism is completely okay. You know, it's something like that. You see it everywhere in the world, not only here. But again, here in the map, you see the reflection, the correspondence of all this situation in the human consciousness, in the ethers, what is going on in the world around us. You see it in the center of the map here, you know, and this is what I see, and I see a lot of people also coerce their kids, religious coercions, to believe in the same thing that they believe, and they implant them the same belief systems, like they indoctrinate their same kids. And if you not go to the army or the military, they look at you like you some stranger or someone who will not cooperate with the system of control and slavery, you know. So it's a lot of cultural influences have here. They divide between man and woman, also masculinize the woman, feminize the man. In the eyes of the system, they say the woman is like man, but they see the woman more superior than men, even though they say the rights is equal. But this is the reality, okay? And they divide between left and right, like everywhere, Arabs and Jews, in the same. They put more and more boxes within box, more boxes and more boxes and more boxes, to divide the people like this, that they don't understand who they are. They don't understand, they're not connected to their core essence. They don't understand who they are. This is the problem, because the religion, they externalize the idea. They make that you look in the answers externally instead of internally within you. And this is what I try to explain in my work, that you need to seek the answers within you. All this concept of the promised land is within you, is the allegory of our soul journey.
Yes.
Toward enlightenment, or whatever you call it. So also I see industrialized warfare population, okay? You also, when you retire from an army, they put you in another continuation of industrialized warfare corporation. They put you in a lot of positions here with something with warfare and big corporations have you. Okay, and this all industrialized. The family complex is all industrialized. You know what I mean? It's kind of we have my position in work, your position, but they not understand who they are. They looking for they thinking about that stuff, and you see all this population is like military construct created via military force, and indoctrination into industrialized corporation culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So there's people are playing roles based on the direction of an authority, a military style authority, it sounds like.
Yes,
And that
yes.
people are not actually going inward to recognize their true identity and their rights.
Yes,
And
they also blend the identity here. They blend it as
blink
they
it.
can. Because of that, they have uniforms in the army. Everyone, they put the same, copy paste. They will not have self-unique identity. We are all unique. We're not the same. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the same rights, but we're unique in the different way. We create in different way, in unique way that we our soul expression. So they want to erase that. They want to delete that from us. You know.
Yeah.
So
Well, already the expression's limited under what said religion, right? The consciousness and all that's kind of limited of how they want to freely express themselves, right?
yeah, yes, it's also part of the thing.
I got a
You see,
question for you.
yeah.
So, to my knowledge, yeah, we have to separate in this context. Talking about Israel, there's Jewish people, and then there's different degrees of that religion. You have the Hasidic Jews and anything else that I'm not aware of that you can expand on in a second. But yeah, and also like Zionism, and there's
Mm.
like different types of groups of Zionists. Like in America, there's American Zionists, or even in Europe, that probably have a stronger connection to Israel, possibly. But then, like you mentioned, the Khazarians and that kind of stuff. So,
Yes, 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 yes.
what's going on with all that shit, man?
Yeah, man, this is important point, man. This is important to say. The Zionism has nothing to do with Judaism. It's something that hides behind Judaism, that they can deal with rebellion against Zionism. You understand? They came with the idea that I anti-Zionist. They claim that I'm also anti-Jew, anti-Semite.
Mm.
Example that when David Icke speak about against the crimes of Israel before maybe 5 6 years, I remember. So they block him in any media they can. They not let him to speak in some places because of that. They say anti-Semitic because he says something about anti-Zionist. And Zionism is nothing to do with Judaism, just agenda. It's just political ideology or whatever you call it. Religion also is organization that want to control all the resources in the world. Again, I'm not saying this is the organization that control all the world and all that stuff, no, but it's like to occupy spaces in the world and like to parasite the people. They like to suck the energy from them and create wars and divisions between the people. You know, and again, Zionism is nothing to do with Judaism. It's false idea of Judaism. That's it. There's nothing to do with Judaism.
Yeah, and it's a shame because you see, like, it's even in this cancel culture now. If anyone, of in the mainstream that says anything, anti-Israel, oh, anti-Semitic, and da 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 da, when they were more referring to, the psychopathic Zionist agendas and all this stuff. And
Yes.
that reminds me of one thing I wanted to mention as well, because I believe you're on the alternative YouTube platform BitChute, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't
Well,
know if you noticed, but like in like almost so many videos out there, like you see, and I don't even know if these are real fucking people or not, but in the comments, you see all these people like, oh, it's all the Jews' fault, and oh, the fuck the Zionists, and all this stuff, and blah, fucking blah, as if they know what the fuck they're even talking about. And at the same time, it's like it's not all just one fucking group controlling the planet or whatever the fuck. I don't get where the fuck these guys are coming from, and they're trying to act like they fucking got it figured out, like there's some kind of truth seeker. It's fucking immature bullshit, man. Have you seen that shit?
yeah. Yes.
That doesn't help anything, does it?
No, but have people they even not part of this land. They're not connected there, but they're still part of the division agenda. Under this
Yeah.
social engineering.
Right, causing the chaos, the creation of chaos, that everybody's just jumping in and playing a part.
Yes, yes, yes. I see
Yeah,
it everywhere. Yeah, especially if also me speaking here against that or something you say about the Palestinians, they think I'm betrayed them or something like that.
right.
They start
So
to hate
every,
me in the eyes. They start to look at
yeah,
me with hate in the eyes. They want to kill me.
yeah, very
Unfortunately, this is the
extreme.
condition. Yeah.
Yeah, very quick button pushing, right? And then going to those extreme emotions and losing perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you very clearly, your voice is here to support all life and what's right. And
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. I'm pro-life. I'm not pro-Palestine, not pro-flags, not pro-nothing. I just pro-life. Everyone
yeah,
deserves to live. That's it.
yeah.
Not more.
So now that you've been speaking out more, how has that affected your life day to day in Israel?
Is since I'm a awake person that I realize what is going on around me, it's very, very hard to see the reality around me.
Yeah.
Very easily to get angry on people, very easily to, to make less friends, all that stuff, But you understand these people is not serve your real purpose, not have any meaning with these relationships that I had before. And this is the truth. This is the truth because here is most of the people indoctrinated. It's very hard to find here a person that we can manage conversation like we now manage conversation, deeper
Yeah.
conversation about the situation. Unfortunately, no, I have a lot of people like this. Even in the freedom community, they find place to argue and to identify with belief systems. Identify with flat Earth, with this, with that, and again, I try to also be here active also, not only digitally, also speak publicly. I try to also develop some new project in the future that I can do it here to influence this community more strong somehow. Them need to understand the natural law, the cosmic laws, how the universe operates, and how who they are. To explain the human condition, what's going on. They really lack of knowledge because also have people who not speak Hebrew, excuse me, English. A lot of people, they not understand, they don't have the access to that knowledge, even because of the language. And we here to bridge them to that knowledge. This is what I think. I bridge them to that knowledge because they have people, they don't have access because they don't know some English. And again, I recommend all the people to study English because it's most spoken English language in the world. Okay? This is the reality. So it's important. But yes,
Yeah.
I do what I can in my time, in my effort, with my heart, with my soul, what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Brave. Takes courage. What are the restrictions to the media, the news, and the education system, in general over there?
The education system is like everywhere, is in communistic style formula. That they not teach you how to think, they teach you what to think, they teach you false history, and indoctrinate you in this level that the people go in the army, to the army, in the end of the school. And I see it very here the education is like everywhere. I think I not been in other places in education, but this is what I see here. Uh, they indoctrinate people to identify with flags, with religion, with belief systems. Not more than they not teach you how to arrive to right conclusions and to arrive to true conclusions. They just teach you what they want you to know. That's it. And this what I teach to people. Also, the real history about this place, about the establishment of this place, is about the bloodshed, about the. This is not real. The God will to do this from the beginning. you know, to occupy from the beginning spaces and take
Right.
someone else's property without any right, you know, because the Bible say, because the books say, so we decide so. But this is all belief. It's all writing in the book. It's not mean you have the right to do and take someone else's property.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about the media?
Unfortunately,
What are they making y'all believe over there? What's the level of propaganda or fake news ish type of stuff
yeah,
broadcasting?
the media is very aggressive,
Aggressive.
aggressive mind control.
In what
Yes.
way?
A psychological way. I
Oh
see
yeah.
it. I see it as someone aware. I see it how people also respond to that news. They so in touch in fear and trauma that they not go from this radio or from this television in one
Oh,
second. They so attached to this. They see it as a true. They see it as a voice of truth. They see it as a. I see it as a programming. They just program them like this through their ears, and that's it. This is um, they put it anyhow. Also the sirens. I speak about the sirens, the psychic attacks they make here, that they
so
trigger
the
the towers.
sirens at night, that like emergency sirens, is that what you mean?
F sirens that rockets. They claim that rockets
Oh,
fly from Gaza to the territory of Israel. So they put sirens before maybe 40 seconds before it's land to somewhere. But they claim they have this weapon that go against that rocket. But I hear and I see evidences that this is what create the rockets from the beginning. This is just
oh,
show. This 90% from the rocket is not fair even in any property. Is you just see it in the sky like a movie. And they put
mm,
fear in people, they put fear from voice and sound frequencies, and also in the memorial days when they do sirens, when they memorize the people, they put siren 1 minute, 2 minutes, and people just stand still and not move like robots. And this is psychic harvesting psychic energy. This is
and
harvesting psychic energy.
yeah, through their fear, right, and
Yeah,
their
imagine,
compliance.
imagine yourself a lot of people standing 1 minute and put attention on something. Imagine yourself how much psychic energy is that and how much
Yeah,
they harvest it. And this
yeah,
is what I see here. How they program these people
right.
uh, all their life, all their life in lie. Just in lie, they just go in circles and circles, job 8 to 5 and home, rest, family, indoctrinate the next generation of slaves like them, and that's it.
Sounds familiar, man.
Yeah,
What's going on in
yeah,
America? Yeah.
yes.
And I just one
Yeah,
question
let you
about
go.
the
Yeah.
sirens. Is it happening like in the middle of the night? Are you people being woken up throughout the night of sleep with
It's
sirens?
depends when the rocket fly. Okay, as they say, the rocket fly example can fly in 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So people get crazy. They're very scared. People even die from heart attacks. You can believe so.
Yeah. So it's this intermittent experience, which is one of the most powerful ways to control people's behavior.
Mm.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
fear and all that shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Impending doom type of shit. Fuck. And yeah,
Yes.
what's the deal with Hamas exactly? Is it a real group? Is it something made up? Is it actually something that exists but manufactured to serve false flags? Is it truly Palestine based and all this stuff? And what is the media? How does the media paint?
Hamas is like the state of Israel, the same like state of Israel. The Hamas is the same political organization that behind these organizations, then people, they control the scene behind the scenes. That's it. This is nothing to do with Palestinian people, or they even not choose that. They don't want this. A lot of people they're against that. The Palestinians, you know.
Do you
Uh,
think that they're two wings of the same bird, so to speak? In
yes,
a
yes, yeah. This founded by the same system. Their heads is in Qatar, so they founded the war from there, and they focus on these poor people and kids in Gaza for what? If they manage the war from there, no have any sense even in what they say. But people still believe because they looks nice, they speak nice in the news, they look so, so attractive to that, so people buy that moment. So yeah.
It's very sad.
Yes, unfortunately, the reality is very sad here. Here
Yeah.
is very, very hard times. Yeah.
Do you have any friends or contacts, or even just like people that you've talking to in public over where you're at, and tried to have a discussion about this? And do they tend to have resistance or agreement towards what you speak about with Hamas and other stuff like that?
Have some people, yes, but very, very, very tiny, tiny, tiny percentage. You know, most of the freedom community don't want to hear what I say. They don't like to hear.
Really?
Till they say, I'm agree everything in what you say, but with Judaism, I not agree with you. I leave your channel. This is what they say.
Huh.
Everything, but Judaism is their religion, but I go against all the religions. Example, again, I not go against the core values of this religion. I go against the indoctrination of these systems.
Right.
But people insist to stand on their religion and not give up.
Mm.
This is what I say, and very hard. It's very hard, especially in the freedom community. You have people that you can speak with about that stuff here, even in public, but very very small percentage, very very small and tiny,
Mm.
unfortunately.
So when you say people choose to stand on their religion no matter what, is that the result of that is still a divide, right? I mean, that what is the hurt that comes from that dogma, I guess.
What do you mean exactly? What
So
between?
it's kind of like the idea of, people are seeking freedom, but they're still choosing a side based on their religious
Yeah,
belief, right? And
yeah.
so it's still participating in this division. Yeah.
Yes, yes. They claim they want to be free, but again, their religion is the most important. The Jewish people, again, the Jews is not only the people who get massacred and genocide. Okay, what about the Australian people, indigenous Australian people? What about the in America, Native
Right.
American? What about Armenian Holocaust? No one speak about this.
The
You know.
Russians? Are they?
All this because of the religious bullshit, propagandas, and false belief systems. That's it. And
Yeah.
it's not the Jews is not the only people, and they play the game that we the only people who suffering, and we are the chosen one, and this is our land, and we are attached to this land, and we do every and people even don't know the history about this place. They claim that space. This would kill me. They even don't know the history and nothing. They even not open a book. They not know. They don't read nothing. But they go and run to the system and serve as an order follower.
Right.
Okay. I was in the system. Okay. Again, I know how much the strong indoctrination here and how much hard to go outside. For me, it's very hard was to go outside. Even till now, stay little, but again, it was very hard to go outside from this. And this is really really hard work. No one
Mm.
says, but it's not justified that people continue to genocide people, especially if you're fucking 40 years old and have children in the home and you go to fight against yourself. This is what they do. They go to fight against themselves. And they think the children they kill, they have less rights than their children.
Mm.
This this what make me very angry, and you cannot do nothing with this because most of the people here ignorant, or very very ignorant, and under fear. Again, have people they understand something wrong, but they don't have enough courage to say no.
Mm.
Okay, they don't have enough courage to say no, because the system is manipulate them and put them in fear.
Do anyone
Uh,
over there in Israel say, "Hey, no, we don't need to expand the greater state of Israel and keep on encroaching into Palestinian territory, whatever"? Because I was there. I drove around for many hours. All the way from Tel Aviv to the Dead Sea, and stayed visited like Bir Hakim and things like that. And there's a lot of open space, and there's not a huge population in Israel. And in
yes,
fact, they struggle to recruit people to come and live there. And in France, there's actually there were campaigns to invite people over there. And with my friend who worked at the French embassy in Tel Aviv, that's why I went to go visit there. He was telling me that a good amount of French families, they'll go to Israel, stay for like a year or two, and then move back to France because they're not feeling it or whatever. It's hard to integrate or whatever. And
yeah.
why the fuck would they need more land if there's not enough people to populate it and there's a lot of open space regardless? It's not just to take like because we need more land. It's more for that divide and conquer shit, right?
Yes,
So what?
this is what Zionism do. They occupy places. If you see from 48, from 48 year, 1948, they occupied every fucking year. They more and more and more and more occupied, and all this
Yes,
by
maps.
killing and coercion and violence and bloodshed.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the people don't understand they are the victims also here. They don't care about them also. They especially don't care about the Palestinians, but about them, they also not care nothing. They don't give a shit about them. They sacrifice their kids.
Yeah.
This is harvesting life force energy. That's what they're doing. And
Yes.
And yes, as you say, have a lot of free spaces here. Have deserts. Have places not even on the world. Not only here, all the world not populated. But they say have too much population. We need to decrease the population. But they put in tiny cities a lot of people, a lot of population. Of course, it's like mouses living in the city.
Yeah.
And they can control easily. Because you need to
Yeah.
pay taxes, you need to pay the land, you know. And
Yeah.
yes, you see a lot of places here. They're major cities with major population, but in the end, you have a lot of space outside.
Yeah. I understand that Israel is a big technological hotspot. There's a lot of advanced
Yes, yes,
stuff,
yes.
right?
About
How does
cyber technology and high tech and warfare. Again, so this is corporation of warfare. Warfare corporations. Almost all the family members work in some corporation that's something to do with warfare. Okay, and technology, high technology, AI, cyber technology, computer technology, all that stuff. Very, very, very advanced here about in this stuff. Yes.
so it's also the source of people's like economic survival is tied in to the
Yes, they put the limits on the cash. Step by step, they limit the cash. They want more control on the people because the cash gives some freedom to people to manage without taxes. People try to avoid some taxes, so
yeah,
they pay cash, but they want to limit that at all. They want to see where you spend the money, if they want you to spend that money or no, when and where.
right.
And this what you see here all goes in this direction. Unfortunately, people agree for that. They let it to go. They let it to be like this. They use this technology against them. Okay, this completely insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what about because we hear in the news a lot of times in America like uh, giving umpteen million or $1 billion to help fund Israel, and where does that money go towards? Do you have any idea?
I no have idea where mine goes, but I'm sure it's not goes to something good, to help people poor, or or to help people to survive the day. No, I don't think this go there. It's go
Yeah.
to their agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, it's go to weapons that not for us, weapons that self-destruction, technology that we not use for our benefit. For that
Do
money goes probably.
do average people, are they allowed weapons? Is there gun control or gun
Oh, here
freedom?
have a very, very strong gun control. Very strong.
Control. What are those
The,
restrictions?
the funny thing and the sad thing that they give you a gun when you go to the army, an 18 years old child. They don't know even nothing about themselves, but they give them a gun to prove. But if you're part of the system, if you're part of the military, they give you everything. They give you gun, they give you shotgun, they give you everything. But when you leave the system, they take it from you. They
Oh,
disarm you again.
right.
And when they attack these villages, as they say, the people say they take their guns after that. Even after that's happened, they take from them the guns to protect themselves. Imagine yourself. So here is very, very strong gun control. And I explain to people, it's much more safe that everyone will be armed. No one will fuck around with each other in this way. And see, even in the countries when they have free gun, you can own yourself a weapon, a gun, there are less violence by statistics. Less violence. And the most criminals is the police and the military. And they have guns freely. They have tanks, they have helicopters, they have everything.
Yeah.
They're not really accountable. I remember in Tel Aviv, there's like a jeep of, young army dudes and this and that, just kind of like wilding out and acting a fool in a sense. And like,
Yes,
who's
this is
gonna,
this is what I try to say. They make it cultural, military, industrial culture. The tourists who arrive here usually not see women, girls, 18 years old, with guns and with uniforms. Okay? Here they see it freely in the street. This is a military complex community. This is what I see here. And this is very sad. Very, 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 very sad to see that around
Yeah.
me. And unfortunately, I was the same, but I crossed that. I overcome this. But unfortunately, I have people till 40, 50 years old, they don't understand
Yeah.
this.
What were the key events that helped you break free from that indoctrination? What woke you up?
For me, it was. I remember for me it was in the beginning. I not to wake up all the way through in one time, but I understand something here is not correct. Okay, and another year, I start to investigate and research, and I'm very, very curious. If I want to know something, I'm very, very curious. I am going and research all the angles from that. And with the time, I arrived to a work of Mark Passio, Michael Desarion, David Icke, and all that stuff. But I not truly understand what I need to do here, because I see everything what I plan not go well for me, not satisfy me. But when I go on this path, I directly know what I need to do, and everything flow for me naturally, because you do the right thing, and everyone have his own way to do the right thing. In other expression, we need a lot of expressions everywhere. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot, especially here in Israel. We need more voices in Hebrew, English, whatever, in French, in all the languages in the world. And we see the condition. The condition is not good, and but we can change that. We still can change that. There's a lot of effort and willpower, but we can do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's important, that we just persevere, and that there are in flow that happens. I can say that in my life too, that as I've started to step into this work, it flows, and I feel very aligned with my purpose. And then the
Yes.
connections with people become enhanced in my life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then doing some
Yes,
kind of astrological reading with someone like Rodney Goodwin and really getting honed in on that life purpose. It's
yes, yes.
powerful
By the
stuff.
way, the occult. When I can study the occult, I go much and much deeper, and I suddenly understand something, and I don't know how to explain that. When
Yeah.
it happened to me, when was the pandemic start? And that
Hmm.
time, I was suddenly something wake up in me, some strong motivation now to pay camera to start to speak in to do the stuff. Sudden change. Yeah, but it's with the years of study. It's not. I was know something before that. It means not know nothing.
Yeah.
Understanding came with the time, and my choices. I not say the right choices I had before, but all this bring me to this position of knowing. I appreciate that I in this position that I'm now, that I understand.
Hmm.
I know, understand, and I don't want to be the indoctrinated. I see these people, I just feel sorry for them. I feel angry and sorry, both,
Yeah.
kind of.
Sounds like you heard the call
That's,
and you really rose to the occasion, right, brother?
yeah,
Yeah,
thank
man.
Yeah.
And yeah, you do your tarot
you. Good.
services as well, which is cool. We'll mention.
Yes, I very, very like divination arts and
Oh,
astrology. I make also with Rodney Goodwin, and very, very helped me to understand astrology in a deeper way. And we speak also about the situation in Israel and how it's connected to the astrological point of view, and very interesting to find. By the way, we soon in 20th of February will be Chiron and the North Node conjunct together.
Mm.
And
Oh.
we speak about the Chiron energy and
wounded healer.
how is return to the same position. Chiron return happened in 7th of December, of October, in the same way, in the same day. Chiron back to the same position when it was before 50 years in the Yom Kippur War, in the same. So
Wow.
it just show how much they are sophisticated and precise in their agendas, and just show how is astrologically important to understand that and to use this for our benefit. If we not use it for our benefits, they will use it for their benefit against us.
Yeah, and I think,
So
correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that you've spoken in a previous video or two about Chiron, the wounded healer, and how that's kind of being played out and played against, your people and people over there in Arabic countries of just like that generational trauma that's just reoccurring, false flag after false flag, or even just real events or whatever the fuck's going on,
yes,
over time. So yeah, there's that compounding of the
because
trauma.
this is element of surprise. They play on the element of surprise also in Yom Kippur and in that day of 7th of October. They play on that, to again to trigger the trauma, to show the unhealed aspects of the humanity. It's just show the wound in the front of our face that we need to go through it, because the wound is the gift. The gift is when you go through the wound and you not deny and suppress it, you know. And you really address the wound, and you transform and transmute this energy. And unfortunately, people don't understand that, and this wound continue to play play out all the time till the people don't understand, and this go through pain and suffering. Unfortunately,
Yeah, and that kind
and
of reminds me. I wanted to mention when I went to go visit Jerusalem. There was already warnings like, oh, there's still the Arabic Jewish tensions going on. Watch out. Yeah, and lo and behold, we saw some kids. Like Arabic kid and Jewish kids, or there's a group. And they're kind of like fighting amongst each other. Just like right in front of the temple and this and that. It's just, yeah, it's just sad. And have you been able to reason with either someone who's Muslim or Jewish and be like, hey, like, do we really gotta hate, the brothers on the other side for what exactly now? Like,
yes, this is a very childish thinking. I see it from the side. I'm just looking. This wearing like this, but this wearing like that. Okay, this is different style of wearing, but you're the same human beings and believe in different gods. And this is ridiculous. Yeah, this is you see in Jerusalem. Is all very yeah. There is very tense energy, very tense in this place. You feel it when you go there. You
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
the tension, you feel the pressure, you feel the fear of the people. Yeah,
Hmm.
and all this kind of idea of the temple and all that stuff and all the false messiah and false temple that they're waiting for. Again, something externally will arrive to them and save them from the evil. You know, someone will do for them the work instead of be the hero of yourself and do the work for yourself.
Yeah, and find that holy
But
land within
yeah,
yourself, as you
yeah,
say.
exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. You mentioned that the average people don't really understand the true history, and could you share a little more about that, of what you have figured as being true about the history versus what's taught?
Okay. From what I understand, Israel, even the name Israel is Egyptian name. Okay, is Isis, Ra, and El is three gods that represent the three stars, the Saturn, the Sun, and the Moon. Okay, this whole concept is from Egyptian concept, and again, before all these religious constructs, in this land specifically, if we speak about the history of this place specifically, it was Canaanites here, and the Canaanites is the Semites. The Semites is the Arabs and Jews, what we know today. And
Sorry, you said the Canaanites?
Canaanites,
Canaanites,
Right, yeah, sorry.
Canaanites, yeah. This is the pagan people was here before the Judaism and Christianity take over here, and they start to indoctrinate the people. From what I understand, Moses was the pharaoh, the part of Egyptian. He was Egyptian priest before that, and he built this monotheistic religion. We see it as an age of Aries also, age of Abraham. This is age of Aries. Um, and before that, we have the age of Gemini. This is the brothers, the Adam of Eve, the betrayal story of the, you know, and this all played out from the ancient times till now. And all this played out and this planned from before, from long time before. And this is just revisit us again to deal with this again, you know. And if we speak about also the recent history, whatever what was before 5,000 years or 2,000 years or whatever, something that happened before 100 years, 8 years ago, that group of people arrived here to slaughter other people because the books say like this. This is the history. This is the true history. And what they say about the book, what was before, this is completely bullshit. Some priest can rewrite and everything and whatever was learned for you or for someone else. But
Yeah,
to do
call it like
something
a
now.
Armageddon software in a sense. You know, all these prophecies, they're just, projecting what they want to happen, and we're gonna play it out through, our current lives in a sense, as we see with the holy war and all this shit. Like it didn't have to be that way at all. Right?
Yes, yes, exactly. This is a, you can call it biblical war or whatever. This
Yeah.
is completely what is going on here is just I see it as a degradation of human consciousness into pieces. The people start to be more and more and more and more less and to understand and to be more stupid. And this
Yeah.
is what I see from even from the Corona time and now. I see the people go forward, backward, not forward. There's a little
Hmm.
way forward.
Hmm.
Because to study that, I know about myself. I know how much hard is this to study all this and act also about what you know. Not only to study that, but to apply that knowledge, to do something with this, to design something unique. your own system that you can teach others to help others to find their own way. We just can show the other the way, show other the door. That's it. This is what we can do. What they will cross that door or no, this is their choice. Unfortunately, we cannot do it for them. And till most of us will not understand this is what we'll expose, what we experience. And this is what we see in the Middle East, very, very strong. All this hatred and even on the racial matters, this is a very, very low understanding, low level of being to understand that. To be in this level of, and because of that we have Chiron in Aries. Aries is also about the racism, about the obsessive energy, and narcissistic energy can be in a negative aspect of that thing. And this just shows us that to deal with this, to deal with that wounds, that not serve us, this hatred not serve us. Yeah.
It's worth mentioning, Nate Cap has a two-part series on Earth Brain, where he talks about some of this geological, orientation, where this conflict is really set up in the left hemisphere of the brain, very masculine, very domination, and underlying that is sort of the corruption of care, the corruption of the feminine element. And I don't know if you watched that or if you have any comments.
Yes, I'm familiar with this concept. Yes, it's very interesting. Is reflect the human brain in the larger scale in the earth. We see as the earth is a brain of human brain and collective, and we see how is divided. You see the Christianity on the other side of the world. We see the Islam is the other side. We see the Islam is more submissive religion to God. We see it. Islam is mean submissive. Is lunar cult. Okay, they worship the moon. If we see astrologically speaking, astrotheologically, and we see how this place. This is amazing how. The principle of correspondence, we see it as it is. And we see the Zionist agenda in the middle, that they want to control the resources in the world, the movement of the world, the oil and all that stuff. And we see how it's in the middle of the map is all happening in the most high levels. All that fire and hatred and manifested in the real world.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yes, it's interesting.
Yeah.
What is about, Leslie?
Well, what do you think is the most important message to get out on these matters?
What the most important message is? This, first of all, is to arrive to the right conclusions and true conclusions, and to learn how to think by yourself. Everything starts from the mind in the end. Everything in the mind. Everything starts from the mind. And we need also to learn how to quiet the mind. Because I'm ascended Gemini. I know myself that my mind is work very, 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 very high speed. So you need to calm down. You need to know how to be in the present awareness moment. To listen, to listen, and to receive the knowledge. Okay. And sometimes the ego not let us to do it, and people just. Stuck years and years and years in their mindset, okay. And what I see here is need to education. It need a lot of education, okay. It need a lot of explanation and education and patience and And again, to say no to someone who tried to oppose you. Here is very hard, I know. Here they already arrived to your house, they want to take you, but still you need to deal with it. You need to say the word no, because if you not say the word no, everyone will say yes and go, and we create the same chaos and slavery and tyranny. We create the same.
Yeah.
So this just shows that people need to need to develop their courage and willpower. Okay, because willpower and courage go hand in hand together, and people need to develop that. Unfortunately, okay, I have people they understand something, but they still don't have courage and willpower to continue to develop more courage and willpower. To love yourself, to say, no, I'm not deserved it. I'm not deserved to be a slave. I'm not deserved to be a order follower. I'm not deserved to be, you command me what to do, especially if something not good, to kill someone or something like that. You know? And I know that people I impact, for sure they say no. I have people here that I know, they try to reserve them to the military, and they continue to insist to say no, and they release them. In the end, they scare them, they put them in fear, they try to manipulate them, but in the end, nothing to do with you. Should go and that's it. They say no. You know, so when you're in the right place, the universe also will assist you if necessary. A little bit, no.
And the more people who step forward with that courage, you know, the more power really that is generated, and I think the more the universe will respond.
Yes, I see it also as a divine masculine power, you know, to develop that external force to say no, to resist, to resist to oppression and to violence, and to things that not serve us as humanity.
Yeah, principle of self-defense, baby. Yeah.
Yes, and this just shows us how the self-defense is important, and how they surprise them in the moment, and they know have nothing, and you see what happened if you don't defend yourself, whatever.
Yeah, combined with the ultimate care of recognizing that it's not just about, you know, being comfortable in this moment, or, you know, giving into your fear in the moment. It's about
I see it as a protection of the feminine, of the divine feminine. This is divine masculine. Is the protection of the divine feminine, of the beauty, of the care, of the love, of the emotions, of all the beauty in the world. If you don't have the beauty, what the point? The earth is very beautiful. The planet is very beautiful. We can make a very beautiful life and beautiful reality here, but unfortunately we not use it. We not use it for our benefit. We use it against us.
Yeah.
And people conditioned to believe this is this is good what we have. But no, you hate yourself. You not love yourself. You think you not deserve better than this.
Right.
You know?
Right, and raising children to be, you know, to totally go against their natural, you know, general sense of like kids play with each other. They don't see, you know, divisions unless those divisions are implanted in them, you know.
Yeah.
It's innocence.
This is what I say sometimes to people. Look on the kids, how they manage themselves, and you see the nature of human beings without any condition. They know where's the limits, they know boundaries, they learn by themselves. But the human being, when he grow and indoctrinated, he start to be the opposite of his nature, of his natural state. He start to be the opposite, start to be everything the opposite. Yes, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Real quick, Leslie, go.
Go ahead.
I was going to bring him back to where you're living at and just kind of your overall observations, you know, since, you know, the recent, you know, attacks. What has it been almost a year now?
No, from 7th of October, this began on this.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Tripping. Do people still go about their days kind of normally, or what's the state of people's kind of anxiety or state of mind, emotionally, that kind of stuff?
I say the people here in continuously excitement and fear. unconsciously.
And through the media as
Unconsciously.
well, probably.
And I noticed that people are addictive to that. They not really
Huh.
they don't really care about their people even. The people here who live, even my neighbors here, they don't care about their own people. They say they care about their own people, but they don't care. They do the opposite. They do the opposite way.
What do they care
You
about
know?
then?
Huh?
What do they care about then?
No, I say they don't care. They say they care, but they go to this war. They kill innocent people without thinking. So how you can care about your people?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And you go to enjoy after day. You know, you go to drink a beer like normal, everything fine. So what? Continuing the same behaviors, continuing the same programming. So they not even love their own people.
Right. Because they're
Honestly,
continuing to put
yes.
their children at risk through that indoctrination, through continuing to program the children to
Yes, and
hate.
they claim they love their children after they send them to this war, and they don't know if they will back home or not.
Yeah.
But they say they love them. This is completely contradiction and insanity and sickness, mental
Yes.
sickness. This is
Yes.
what I say.
Yeah. What do you think are ways to reach the children? You know, because really that is where the power for our future lies, is in helping to break the indoctrination of children. Do you see ways or inroads?
I see the children is our hope, the only hope. Of,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
the generation, the new generation of before that. This is a Z. I don't remember what type. This is our hope, because if not them, I don't think my generation for sure will do nothing. Is completely indoctrinated. Um, and this is what I say. The kids is very important to teach them these things, how to think by themselves, and not to believe automatically to what they say. You know, to have this self discernment, to love yourself enough.
Yeah.
This is what we need to teach children skills. Okay, a lot of skills, life skills is important, because here they teach something. Not only here, I see it everywhere. They teach you one thing to do all the life. This is your life. This is your narrow profession. This is what you know in life. This continue this only. But beyond that, extend your knowledge. Never. You know. This is what I said. Need to teach them a lot of skill, life skills, that not need to be dependent on other stuff or whatever, or to know your natural rights, morality, what you can do, what you cannot do with others, where is the boundaries, you know. And unfortunately, the parents not teach the kids in this age. They just create the same version of themselves. And we need to break this circle, the cycle of enslavement. And we need to just change it. And I try to speak with people of parenting or stuff like that. But unfortunately, they are very ignorant to hear that. But still, we have the hope for the kids. And if we can create even content for kids, is very good. Or stuff like this. Or if I have interaction with kids also, to know how to interact with the child in a natural way, and to be his teacher, his leader, his student, his steward.
Steward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The work that you're doing, is it accessible to the people in your own country, in your own neighborhood, or are they blocking your content?
Not usually people not block my content, but I see a lot of resistance sometimes. But yes, couple times they try to. If you mean about censorship or blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, censorship. Yeah, censorship of
I
information,
know, I know,
access.
I know. He have strong censorship about the situation. Yeah, and yes, I have some censorship from before about when I speak about the pandemic and all that shit that happened in
Yeah, likewise.
2021. Yeah, I remember was a strong censorship against my content, and till now, they not block my content yet, but still, this can be in the future. Unfortunately, I hope so not, but can be.
Yeah.
Because
So,
here the censorship is working very, very strong in this.
right.
If they decide to censor something, they will do it.
So what is the best strategy for people, especially in Israel and the whole area over there, to get this information? How do people access it? Because there is even just general censorship, I think, on like Google,
No, but still, no, even they censor need to have independent medias to put on the content. As you say, ODSC is independent, right?
Yeah.
ODSC, BitChute, all this. We need to use these platforms for us. I'm not rely only on YouTube. If they block my YouTube channel, I need something else. I will not give up. I will not give up
Yeah.
and say no because YouTube closed my channel. We need to have plan B, plan C. We need to have other platforms to put the content. Yes, and I see it not only create the content. I see it also physically to be involved in the community, to help others who need to help. For example,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Totally.
also is the law of exchange. This is
Yep.
when you give something, you will receive something instead. So everything in life, and you need to be more involved in the community matters. And also, if you can do it also in a public way, not in digital, this is what I want to do in this year. And yes, it's better. You can reach more and more people. Because of that, I create my content also in Hebrew, and a lot of content I translate that in Hebrew. So, example, you make presentation that I find valuable that my audience from here would want to know. I translate that information and I give them this information from you in other language.
That's wonderful.
You know,
Yeah.
this I hear a lot of people do it, not only me. People do it in all other languages, not only in Hebrew, and it's very good. This is what we need to do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's work hard. It's very is a very very strong mental construct, very very hard, strong mental construct that very very hard to broken, and we need to work very hard and a lot of willpower we need to broken that
Yes.
wall. Again, we cannot do it by force, but we can do it in other creative ways.
Yeah. Persistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes a lot of commitment
Yeah.
for that.
Other angles, this way we can try another way. We can try another way. Whatever.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm curious to hear more about the tarot and some of the wisdom and understanding that you've received from the tarot and understanding what's going on in your.
Uh, yes, the tarot for me is uh, is is give me very very good map on what position I'm now in life and what bring me to that position and what my options from here, and I'm very very interested in these archetypes, and I go into the study of the tarot very very deeply and obsessively, honestly. I do a lot of readings. I study that a lot. I sometimes meditate. I put like them all of the major minor arcana. I put all of them by order, and you discover more and more symbology, and your mind is more flexible and more open. It is kind of a mental exercise because of that. The tarot is not only for divination; is also for contemplate that and to use your psychic to develop your psychic abilities not only through divination but also through only to look on the symbols, just to dive into them, to meditate on that, in deeper way.
Yeah, I call it a living science, more or less.
Yes, and I like also to do divinations. Also with my wife, I do divinations. I read for her, she read for me. We do readings for others sometimes. We work with the tarot daily, you know. And I see a lot of benefit in that. Again, this knowledge can give a benefit for you. This can give you more awareness and more choices for you that you know about yourself, and can help you to navigate your consciousness and to know where is the right choices, where is the wrong choices, what my current condition, and how I go from here, what my best choice, what my best way. The wisdom of the tarot also very very good at. And also I combine the runes, not only the tarot, the runes, the astrology, and all this together is very good formula. All this together combined, that you can access to very high knowledge about yourself and about what's going on.
Yeah. All right. So I got a question for you. In regards to the tarot and how it corresponds to Kabbalah, um, we're aware that Kabbalah has its distortions and all that shit, right?
Yes, I tell you, I have.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question you say, ask. You know,
So
I changed I have
go
before
for
my perspective about that. That Kabbalah, tarot, and astrology is connected together, but I don't think so. I think they are glued together. They glue them together.
Mm.
The occultists in the I don't remember, 16th century, I don't remember what year, they glue the sciences together. I not say it's bad to use it about this way. I
Right.
also, is good. You see even not the correlations, even they glue them together. You see kind of
Yeah.
combinations, and yeah. But the tarot is the science and art that not really rooted in Kabbalah and astrology necessarily. Is much more ancient, and is not so connected in the core essence in the tarot. But still, I also use it with astrology. Sometimes I find it also benefits in use it in that way. But still, the tarot is a lot of people. I tell you, the tarot today, a lot of people they kind of wish-washy that through felt spirituality, pseudo shamanism and all that stuff. They
New
do the
Cage.
tarot like, oh yes, the new age, yes, this card of love and flowers and this and that, but have cards they're really really fucked up. Your
Yeah.
situation is fucked up. This is the truth. But again, what you take from it, this is your lesson. This is not something bad for you, but it's been not necessarily bad. Okay, something bad happened to you, but it does not mean you cannot use it for better in the future. That you know that now. You know, F. Cards, they definitely speak about addictions and alcoholism example, stuff like this. This just show you, this is your attachments. You need to deal with, you need to go through it. This is the energy you need to focus on. All the aspects of life. And yes, this is what I see in the spiritual communities today. The tarot is also lose the context of the authenticity of that science and art.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's such a powerful tool when used wisely and correctly, right?
It's very powerful tool,
Uh,
very very powerful. When you use it in the first-hand experience, when you use it with yourself in a personal way, when you use it, also the runes. The runes is very powerful, and when you work with this practically through Galder and invocation, all that stuff, also very powerful. But this, when you work with this directly and personally, and develop with this personal relationship. That's it. I very fascinating about that divination and astrology, especially. Yeah.
Do you see
Okay.
these arts as bringing you back to your true roots?
Yes, I feel also remembering something. I don't know how to explain that, but again, just open your memories, open your ancestral memory,
Yeah.
ancestral, you know, how to call it? No,
Lineage?
no, the memories, the
Oh yeah.
Akashic records.
Akashic record. Yeah.
Yes, Akashic record,
Yeah.
the access. Yes, I feel it definitely. My mind is more open,
Mm.
you know, more flexible. I can. This is you access to higher intelligence inside you, if you know how to work properly with Tao.
Right. And that's very different than religious dogma and indoctrination.
Yes, of course, the religious
Yeah.
dogma, they invert everything. They say this is evil, this is bad, this is satanic, all that crap, you know, religious crap. Because they don't want people access to this wisdom. They know if all the people start to study the Tao in a deeper manner, they will lose very fast. Because this is the book of life. This is the book, even though you need the words to explain. You see that through the symbols, the language of the symbols. And this is a very good way to communicate with your unconscious mind. This is communication also with your unconscious, of course. This is, with your primordial archetypes of our consciousness to work with this.
And it's universal rather than,
Yeah.
compartmentalized as a religion, right? It's very universal.
Yeah. We're not gonna be like,
So it
hey,
unifies.
the Rider Waite deck, it's all white people. That's racist, you know, what the hell? But she could be
Yes.
upright or the reversal. But what about horizontal? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going back to Kabbalah real quick, I was just curious, what kind of roots does it have with Judaism?
That's it. Kabbalah is also rooted in paganism. All this concept of tree of life, this is rooted in paganism. This is rooted in the even in Norse mythology. You see that because the Jewish who study Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, they studied that in the northern Europe in that time. Whereas the Khazarian Jews, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and they convert that. Okay, because of that, this is distorted. This is distorted. And again, I'm not saying to delete everything from there and just not
course,
study
yeah.
that. Of course, you need to study to take the benefit. You can still find benefits. But still, I think the better way to go to the source, from what I understand, the Norse mythology is the most primordial mythology, is the most old from old. And from there, they take the concept of Tree of Life, of Tree of Yggdrasil, of the sacrifice of Odin,
Boom.
and all that. The Jesus is the Odin figure, you know, they invert that with the history. Everything is rooted in paganism, in animism, traditions, and mythologies and legends. And because of that, I teach this. This is the source, this is the core, this is this is what people need to understand. Below all these religious indoctrinations, constructs, you know, this is what came afterwards. But before that, all this was, all people know they're connected with nature, the principle of correspondence, they have higher understanding. Not like now, the people now are more stupid. They think their ancestors were stupid, but it's the opposite.
Yes. Yes. True. No, it's so true. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
deal with because like in the truth-seeking community, there's a lot of people talking about throwing words like goyim and the Talmud and that kind of stuff, and those doctrines, and then like the elders of Zion and or the protocols of Zion and that kind of stuff. I've heard things like that was a true book or document, or it was actually like a psyop type of book or something.
Actually, my wife tell me that in the first time about this book when I was indoctrinated into the Zionist idea, and she tell me that, and when I see another video about the Zionism and their agenda and all this Holocaust was connected together, I start to understand. And about this book, The Elders of Zion, this is explained the Zionist agenda and all that history of Balfour Declaration, and basically all this land belongs to Rothschild. 80% from this land even does not belongs to you. People claim this is their home, this is their land, but even by the contract is not yours. But all this stuff is speak about. This is part of this book also. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, and they kind of, it's almost like a blueprint in a sense of what they wanted to do, what to control, and how to control it in a sense. I believe
What control?
I've only gone over the cliff notes years ago, actually. So yeah, like I'm kind of, but
Yeah. This
I'm kind of curious because like people are just so they're gluing, as you said, with you know Kabbalah and tarot and stuff. But as far as like people on the path towards the journey of truth and this and that, they come across that Jewish Zionist threshold, and they kind of put them together as if they're the same thing when they're not really the same. And you have the Zionist side that are more like I wouldn't say white supremacists, but they have that supremacy type of mentality where
Yes,
they
yes,
just want to
yeah,
take
yeah,
over
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. They look on them as a chosen people. This is
Yeah,
Talmudic idea. Talmudic is false Judaism. Okay,
false. You said?
false Judaism.
Right.
False
Yeah.
Judaism. Also, by the way, the flat Earth bullshit and propaganda came from the Talmudic
Oh wow.
idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I have some explanation about some. I saw some video on YouTube that explained that very good.
Oh
But
yeah.
this idea came from Talmud, yeah, Talmudic. And
Interesting.
this just the people see themselves as Nazis before 60 years. They look at themselves as a supreme force, a supreme race. And when you tell them that, they get offended, they get angry because you say them. But this is true. You became the same. You became the same. You kill
Yeah.
children. You kill innocent. You kill. You put someone in cage, and you destroy their lives. So this domination, completely domination of some people, a community,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Based on immorality, it's immoral. When you understand the foundations of natural law, you recognize that, there is not a chosen one.
yes, I saw very, very hard pictures of kids, innocent, very, very hard pictures even to describe what I saw. They not show that in the news, never. They not show that. They not people know this, but this is the reality. This is what happening. Unfortunately, the kids die, suffering, and they know what to eat. They poor. They take all the resources away. And this is the way. This is, and they think this is the right way to do. This is the God way to do. This is but this is completely wrong, morally, naturally, spiritually.
Yeah. Yeah. And anyone that participates in that or goes along with it without sort of saying no really is a part of that evil.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sadly.
This is what this is what waiting for. That people start to say no, and we want to see more and more and more people like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Say no to tyranny and for
What
live in peace. What a problem.
what do you think will give people that courage? What do you imagine?
What people give, what courage, this is
Yeah.
knowledge and willpower. Knowledge and willpower. Knowledge will give you courage, will give you more strength. But when you have the willpower to do it, to find your own way to help others to contribute somehow with the universal system of evolution,
Yeah.
find your own way to do it, your own unique signature, your creation. We're all unique in other ways.
Yeah.
and we can explore that. We still explore my talents, my skills I have inside within me. Maybe I don't know. I can be something good and something else or whatever. This
Yeah.
is self exploration
Yeah.
and growth.
And really being honest, right? Honest with yourself about
Yeah, yeah. This
what's
is
really going on.
it's extremely important. Yes,
Yeah.
honest with yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is hard to have with yourself, but this is you need to look on
Yeah.
yourself in the as it is. You know, be open with yourself.
It's a
Not
bitter
try to.
pill. It's a bitter pill
Yes,
to swallow, like for you, even for you yourself, having been in the military and been indoctrinated to then,
even these choices give me that way I go through, and
yeah,
I find a way to help others to maybe to go outside from the system
right. And you've had to face
and
your own
inspire them to
guilt,
do. Yes,
right? You have to face your own sorrow, and overcome
yes,
that traumatic sort of experience
hmm
to get to that place of activating will and admitting wrongdoing, in your own
yes, yes.
life,
It's
right?
definitely a process. It's taken me years to do it.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's taken me years. But you need to start somehow. You need to say in some point. You need to go through it. You need to have the willpower to know.
yeah,
You know, and that time, even now, all the time, I want to know. I want to just know. You know, when you want to know something, you want it.
yeah,
When you ask the question, who I am, what is
mm,
here, why is it supposed to be like that, what the reason I'm here, you know. In some point, people need to ask themselves that question. You know, it's just to
yeah.
find your true philosophical questions within you.
And people might find some answers in your new book, The Hero's Journey, Finding Purpose. Forget the
Yes,
subtitle,
exactly.
but yeah.
That's exactly what I talk in this book. To
Yeah,
how
man.
you can find your true uniqueness in you, in your pathwork. How you can to find it, and how you
Ultimately.
can use all this esoteric sciences and tarot runes and all that stuff. How you can use it for your benefit, and how you can make it practical, and contribute with universal intelligence to find your
Yeah,
true intelligence and who you are,
yeah,
and your skills, your gifts, to receive what you really deserve. This is what also people forget, to receive what they really deserve.
hmm,
You know, sometimes
Cause and
you
effect.
think you not deserve that, but you just need to open for that. You know you deserve it.
yeah. It doesn't come through taking from others, and violating
Exactly.
others' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of course, you acted, you do the right thing, but you also receive to deserve to receive what you deserve, and
yeah,
to know your natural rights and your
Boom.
sovereignty.
yeah.
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 Excellent. So, is this book out? Is it in a hard copy?
Yes, it's out. It's out in Amazon, in ebooks, in all the versions, in paperback, in hardcovers. Yes.
Great,
Awesome.
man. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
happy for it.
Yeah, we'll post
yeah.
a link to that, and maybe a photo of it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
Sure.
Because this
yeah,
was released just a couple months ago, I want to say, right?
This released in the end of 2023.
Boom. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I
yeah.
remember your Facebook post on
2023.
it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So, what?
hard work, but finished with this. That's
That's great.
good.
Big
Yes, it's
accomplishment.
great.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
man, bravo.
yeah. So, where else can people find your work and your services?
They can find me in my YouTube channel and Facebook channel, Facebook, ODSC.
Your website?
Um, I have a website, but I still develop the website.
Yeah.
Still
It's better than what
struggling
I
with the
got.
website. But yeah, I try to develop. Yeah, I have website, but still need change.
And
And
these are all by your name.
about
Your
what you mean
name.
by that?
They can find you on these platforms by your name, Steve.
Yeah, I have my name of my channel, Center Study of Truth, and my name Stephen Mager. Yes, you can find also by
Okay.
my name.
Okay.
Because in Hebrew it's different because I have also content in Hebrew, so sometimes confuse
Right.
people. So I want to make separate maybe.
Right.
And people can see.
Yeah. And you said Center for Truth. Is that what it?
Center Study for Truth of Truth.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll
And,
link it.
Yes, I have the links and everything. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, I'll clip something on to this video. No worries, man.
And so as we're winding down, any final points, anything that you wanted to say that you haven't said yet? It's really important content.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for you two that bring me here to share this knowledge. First of all, I'm really thankful for that and appreciate this. And this is very important information that need to people understand also around the world. You see also all the impact also came across all the world, not only here. Yes, we need to spread the knowledge and wisdom everywhere we can in our unique way.
Yeah.
This is what I want to say.
Yeah.
And just live in peace and express our potential, to explore our potential, because we have many potentials we even not know exist, because it's shut down by our genetic codes. We need to open it and to discover ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the ultimate message. And just beware, right, of tendencies to pick a side, right, to pick a pole, and because more than likely that's a very manipulated place.
The important thing to be in the right side. That's
Be the right and the
the
truth.
right side. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The truth and the right side. You know, is the truth. And whatever is the side, the right side is not easy. Okay,
Yeah.
never been easy.
Yeah.
It's never easy the right side. Okay, but we need to go through it, because the challenges make us to grow, we need to resist. It's like you go to the gym, you want to develop muscles, you need to have resistance. The same, you need to have spiritual, physical, mental resistance also.
Yeah.
To
So
deal
do your
with issues.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us and bringing awareness on a much deeper level to this very controversial topic. And I encourage everyone to look up Steve's work and share it.
Yeah, appreciate your calm, composed, communication, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
Nice grounding tone for people to, kind of, hey, settle down, y'all.
Yeah. Let's get what's underneath all of this chaos.
We give them good points. Good points. Good talk.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll catch you around with your future work, and I'll check out your book as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. You've inspired me to really dive deeper into the tarot too. Very important.
That's good. Yeah. That's amazing.
Fuck yeah. I tried to put this little, it didn't show an icon of your book, but that's a QR code for your book. I just chopped it up off of Amazon there. So anyone who wants it, I'll put links in the description as well. And voila. Yeah, Stephen, keep on doing your thing. You're doing some great stuff out there. So yeah, much love and much appreciation.
Yeah.
You too, man. Thank you very much, both of you.
All righty. Our pleasure. Yeah. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Take care, yeah.
Yeah.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello, I'm from the government with an important announcement. Have you been getting the feeling lately that everything is going to shit? Don't worry, you're not imagining it. Where's humanity going to shit now? In today's episode of Where's Humanity Going to Shit Now, we look at Israel and Gaza, where a bunch of angry old fuckwits are massacring civilians and children as the world watches on. Humanity has clearly gone to shit here, and that's because one of the symptoms of enshittenment is the inability to hold more than one truth in the brain at the same time. In this case, 3 truths. 1. Hamas Hamas's attack on civilians in Israel is fucked and a violation of international law. 2. Israel's collective punishment of civilians in Gaza is fucked and a violation of international law. And 3. Both 1 and 2 are happening in the context of an occupation which is fucked and in violation of international law. Failure to hold these 3 truths at the same time has been linked to uncritical exposure of the brain to bullshit propaganda, of which we in the media are primary disseminators. Bullshit propaganda has of course been the cause of every major war this century and is thus one of the pillars of the age of enshittenment. The good news is, experts regard this case of enshittenment as being avoidable, as demonstrated by all the people calling for an immediate end to the murder of children and to angry old fucks who stoke conflict, and for us to uphold international law everywhere, not just where it suits us. Join us next week for another episode of Where's Humanity Going to Shit Now?, where we look at the coming US election. This has been a message from your local government franchise. Good luck.